All right, we have our first coin hunts of the new year in 2024. Let's get these opened up, see if we have any enders, and then we'll dive in and start hunting. Probably do the box of nickels first and then the box of pennies. We'll pop them both open here real quick, see if we find any enders. Alright, let's take a look here quick. Very rarely do you find an ender. That one looks really good, but it's not. But that looks old, but there's no emblem there, so that's not a silver. So we'll set these aside, open the pennies here quick. See if we see anything. I did have a couple of them last year where I did find enders. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough to really publish a video on those particular finds. Don't see anything jumping out at me. Oh, maybe. Trying to see what that says there. I'm going to say that one right there is going to be an ender. It's dinged up from being rolled, so I can push this paper a little bit, the knife, and see if we can get a good vision of that. I don't know if you can see that or not there. That's a 1950 something. And my little flashlight's dead. That's not going to work, so we'll get that opened up when we get to it. We'll lay that right here on the top. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, wrapping up this first box of nickels in the new year. And wow, look at all of these older nickels. And when I say older, these are all in the 40s. I did keep one in the 50s because it looked fairly nice. We have a 39 and a 38, and 38 is the transition year from Buffalo to the new nickel, and this is the new nickel version. Didn't find any buffaloes, and with all of these I figured for sure we would find a silver, but no war nickels in that box. But boy, a lot of old ones. Obviously I only keep in the 40s or an exceptional quality one. The 50s I just threw back in, but there were plenty of those as well. So surprising we didn't find any what I would consider a major score, but we didn't. Let's get that one roll opened up of pennies here on screen right away. We're going to dive into that box of pennies. So we'll get those over here. And we thought we had an ender here, so let's find out. You can see it's already been dinged there on the end for when they rolled it. So that's unfortunate, but it happens. So I don't have to be super careful with opening the ends here. Let's see if I was right, and that is indeed an ender. Ooh, there's a wheat. There's a wheat. Oh my goodness. A little more than just an ender. And that ender was a wheat. So there's a wheat. Let me get a little closer look here. I'm standing up to do this. I'm going to sit down here and see how many we might have. We got at least 3 of them in this one roll. That is pretty darn good. Let's get the magnifier out here and let's start looking. Copper, copper. There's another one. There's a wheat. There's a wheat. Copper. Copper, copper. I'm sure that's a copper from the look of it. Wow. Some older copper. Older copper. Older copper there, 64. There's another wheat right there. That's a 49. That's another wheat. That's a copper. $61. That's pretty close. Old copper. 70. Yeah, so there you go. Those are the wheats. Let's see what they actually were. We'll move our copper pile over here real quick and see what we actually had in here for Wheaties. That's a 51, a 49, a 53, the 56, that was the one on the end I could see, a 44, and a 46. So wow, there's 6 wheats in one roll, and obviously we've got a box to go, but who knows, it might be hit and miss from there. But that is a pretty good way to start off the pennies, seeing an ender and finding 5 more Wheaties in there. So we'll keep digging. Alright, as you can see from the box here, we're like 4 rolls in, found another wheat in another roll on the way, and there's an ender. This is turning out to be a really good box. Let's get this roll opened up here. We're just kind of sliding the coppers over there for now. Like a 46 possibly. Yep. Put that over there. Check out the rest of this roll quick while we have the camera running. Oh, there's a 09. I keep those so that I can see if there's any errors on them. 74. That one looks old. 62. Not quite old enough, but it goes in the copper bin. I don't know if I've mentioned, we keep all the coppers. They're worth about 2 cents a piece right now because of the copper content. And someday, when my grandkids probably get these, they'll be worth a bit more. The coppers of today will be kind of like the Wheaties are now. They'll start to thin out. A couple of them in the 60s. There's another wheat. There's a 1945. This is kind of turning out to be, there's a 58, that's a Wheatie too. This is kind of turning out to be an epic box here. Too bad I don't have the companion boxes, or hopefully the bank maybe ordered me a couple and they're just sitting there. Because wow. Alright, we'll keep digging. Alright, continuing to have great luck with this box, and now I've run across this. I don't know if you can see the difference in the color. I seen it in the stack. Wanted to pull it out and make sure. But that is a wheat penny, obviously. But that's a 1943. So that's a steel wheat penny. Not made of copper. This is steel. Only year they made those. A pretty amazing find. I think this is probably, well, in recent years of coin roll hunting. Probably not the case when I used to roll hunt with my dad. But this is the first time that I have, by myself in modern years, found a steel penny. That is very cool. So we're going to keep looking here. We got a lot of box left, and we're stacking them up. Somebody must have got into Grandpa's drawer and got rid of a bunch of good pennies, because I'm stacking them up. On to the next one. Alright, just popped open another roll, and I can not hardly believe I'm going to say this, but I think there might be two steel pennies in here. Got one right here. Sure enough. That's a nice 1943 there. We're going to set that over there. And you see the rim right there? Let's pull that one out too. Wow. That's 3 steel pennies so far in this box, along with all those other regular wheats. Unbelievable. I just cannot believe this box. Had to bring you along for that. Let's look at the rest of these while we're in here. Obviously there were two steels in there. We'll just buzz it. There's another wheat right there. I'll pull coppers later. I'm just merely looking for Wheaties at this point. Well, unless they just jump out at me like that. But that's a 68. 64. There's another wheat right there. This might be. Nope. 63. Looked like it. 79. 81. There's another wheat. There's a 46. Wow. This is the box that just keeps on giving, and we got more left. I'll be sad to see this one end. Let's keep going. Well, something that almost never happens, and here we are again. How many times in this box? There it is, a Wheatie on the end. Let's pop this thing open. This has been an amazing box between regular wheats, steel wheats, Canadians, and if you don't know, Canada doesn't make pennies anymore, so I save all of those as well. What year is that? Let's get out the magnifier. That was a steel on the end. A 43 ender. Unbelievable. Put that with the rest of them there. We'll look through here real quick, see if we find any other wheats. There's another one. 57. There's a Canadian. 74. Put that over there. So there we go. Another amazing roll. All right, wrapping up this box of pennies, and I gotta say, this is, I guess I'd call it epic box of pennies, because I haven't ran into a box like this in, well, forever. We've got a good pile of Canadians here. We got some 2009, so we can look for errors on those. We hang on to all those. But then the highlights, look at this. 64 wheat pennies in one box. And not only that, 4 of them were steel. I haven't found a steel penny in probably 30 years. So then there were 4 of them in this box alone. Oldest penny, I had a 1919 in here, 1930 something. Most of them were 40s and 50s, but still. Have 4 steels in one box. There's 4 of those, and there's a plain, there's a D, and there's an S, so a full variety of the steel pennies in there. Just an amazing start of this year with the first box of pennies. Hopefully the next one's just as good. This is Dan with 3D Outdoors, reminding you to get into the outdoors and enjoy everything it has to offer. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button at the bottom, and you can always follow us over at 3d-outdoors.com, which is our website where we pull everything together. See you next time.